trading card games can be extremely exciting. We get the opportunity to sit down and jam cardboard with some of our best friends, form some core memories, and gather these pieces of collectibles that we'll probably hold on to for, well, in my experience, at least way too long. But at the same time, the space can be kind of boring, as the big three have been the big three for some time. But in my 20 plus years in the space, I have never seen a moment where there has been more pressure on the top of the trading card game industry than I have right now. There are some very serious companies in the mix, and there are some people coming for the king. So it's time to sit back and have an honest discussion about whether Magic the Gathering and other top trading card games are in danger due to brand new up-and-coming card games. And no, I'm not talking about our favorite indie TCGs, I'm talking about some extremely serious players. To have this discussion and at least move forward with any kind of topic about top trading card games and people coming for the title, if you will, I think it's important that we all acknowledge that there is a big three, and more importantly, there's a big two. Now, people will put them in various orders, but Pokemon and Magic the Gathering are by and far the two largest trading card games on this giant blue ball that we call home, Earth. Sorry, flat earthers, yes, I believe the Earth is round. But for the longest time, they just held that title comfortably and really didn't have to compete with anybody. Yu-Gi-Oh! Occasionally rears its ugly head at number 3 and tries to maybe take a step up, but for the most part, the two have been safe. And we recently had an era where we all got excited and we wanted a new trading card game to challenge the mantle. Pre-pandemic in the 2020s and 2019, we saw some startup trading card games really give it the old college try. MetaZoo, which famously or infamously is maybe no longer around. If you're with MetaZoo and you have any takes on this, let me know in the comments section below. And yeah, even the Flesh and Blood trading card game. But to put things in perspective, the Flesh and Blood trading card game on TCG Player sold 1% of the sealed products that Magic the Gathering did in March, and it's important to remember that every single hobby shop in the United States carries Magic the Gathering, where a smaller percentage will carry these indie trading card games. But the space has since changed. It's not just small design studios and passionate people coming for the title anymore. Very serious companies have gotten in the mix. So it's time to now consider the combination of things like the brand new game Star Wars Unlimited, Disney Lorcana, which is rapidly proving itself, and One Piece, which cannot stop but from going to the moon, are forming what could be a conglomerate, a grouping of new trading card games, pulling fans like ours' attention away from the big two or the big three and commanding a bit of our wallet. Now, the question is, can these card games contend for the top? And when it comes to a one-to-one battle of the fittest, if you will, I don't see that happening in our lifetime, but there are factors that are going to make this an interesting bout. These trading card games offer fans like you and I something that Magic the Gathering currently does not. Magic is in a space where we're constantly changing products. We have fluctuation between standard, affordable sets that don't really have a home and we, the community, seem to reject for the most part, and premium products, which we love to engage with and want to get more in our hands, but come at a cost. As looking at the new Fallout Collector Booster Box, that box is going to cost you more than $400. The antithesis of that is these trading card games, your Star Wars Unlimited, your Disney Lorcana, can offer you a new and exciting experience for mostly under $150 a box. And hey, for the richer blood out there that want to have the premium trading card game experience, One Piece has a box that will be more expensive, but offers a ton of collectability and some really, really big lottery ticket expensive hits that you can pull. And you couple that with the fact that all of these products have figured out, which Magic doesn't really want to admit, that you could boil all of your products down to one booster box and just sell this to your community, and they'll, for the most part, just accept it. So while we're getting something that we're not getting from Magic the Gathering with these other trading card games, it does seem that there is more to the pull for players like us when it comes to maybe spending some money on something that isn't made by Wizards of the Coast. A big thing that we are experiencing when it comes to how we spend our money is that outside IP. And this is not just looking at the 3 contenders where we see this. No, we see this with Magic the Gathering, as in 2023 and in early 2024, the best-selling sets so far have mostly been Universes Beyond, outside IP, Magic the Gathering cosplaying as other things. And we, the fans, have all but accepted and celebrated that. Now, personally, we've had this argument a million times on the channel. If you haven't heard the argument, make sure you're subscribed, because I'm sure we will have it again. But I know we might not all love Universes Beyond, but it's here to stay, and the sales numbers say this is a massive success. And if you want to check out those sales numbers, you can go over to cardboardfinance.com, where we collect all the sold listings of these sealed products from TCG Player and evaluate these sets. But it's not just this love for opening the box, getting something we're not getting with Magic. No, it's even more than this idea that we're being pulled in by the other IP. The company Wizards of the Coast has angered us in recent years. From the Magic 30th anniversary celebration that was only a celebration for the 1%, and premium products only becoming more and more premium-y-er, it just seems like we are not the happiest, and we want to look elsewhere. We want to satisfy this love, those base things that we talked about in the introduction that we get from a trading card game, and we want to do it on our own terms. And for the first time, not only do we have this juicy mix of affordable boxes mixed with IP that we love and stable companies backing these massive products, well, we also have the anger with Magic the Gathering to go with it. So all in all, it's safe to say that yes, as of right now, the recording of this video, these card games are pulling market share from Magic the Gathering. Some of us that would buy Magic product are instead spending our money on other things. Heck, on this channel, I have box openings going all the time for channel members, and I'm constantly getting asked for Disney, Lorcana, Star Wars, and other indie TCGs, and not so much for Magic the Gathering. The box opening experience has gone stale, and yes, I know everybody loves Commander, but we all play the game in one way primarily. Not only do we not get the depth that Magic the Gathering has to offer, but we start to look elsewhere for other things to do. Now, this does come with a caveat. I do believe that these card games, this conglomerate, this small 3, we'll call it the big 3 and the small 3. The small 3 are taking market share from Magic the Gathering. I truly believe that. But I don't think they're coming for the king just yet. A big caveat to this is if someone plays one of these small 3 card games, often they also play Magic the Gathering. I think a big part of that is due to, in most part, that TCGs in 2024 are a hard sell. If you want to have a quick game, hang out with friends, or get the brain juices flowing and solve these puzzles that Magic has to offer, you can often do so in different and more convenient ways. Paper trading card games take a lot of effort. Organizing cards, building a deck, sleeving it up, going to the game store, hoping there's opponents there. All of these things are factors when it comes to our excitement levels. And while all of these TCGs need exactly what I just described, other hobbies, such as video games, making YouTube content, things of those natures, they don't need that. So I think trading card games are a tough sell in 2024, and because of that, I think we're going to see most of the people that experience these other card games also be playing Magic the Gathering, as they're mostly existing TCG fans. Disney Lorcana might be a big exception there. But this means that those fans are likely to stick with this game until what inevitably happens, and no game is exempt from this. That game is going to stumble. There will be a mistake eventually, and that mistake might not be rectified as quickly as it would have been with a massive company producing 11 to 10 sets a year. You have to wait for a long time to get through that. And in that window, in that meantime, we're going to continue to seek that gathering, that dopamine hit of card games, and that engagement with our friends. And to do that, we will likely go back to one of the 2, probably Magic the Gathering, to play our card games. So for now, I think the king's position on the mountaintop is safe. But that's not to say Wizards of the Coast can just rest on their laurels. We saw serious damage done to the community with Magic the Gathering 30th Anniversary Edition, and we see with sales numbers of recent standard sets what can happen when one of your premier formats, Standard, is no longer as viable as it once was, and there's an entire product line released every year to support that format. The product doesn't sell as well, and when the product doesn't sell as well, guess what? Papa Hasbro gets mad. Mad Papa Hasbro often makes decisions that, well, people like you and I don't like. I do think that there is a path to redemption where Pokemon and Magic the Gathering can continue to thrive on top, and I don't think their downfall is anytime soon. In fact, I am almost willing to say, I don't think the big two will stop being the big two in my trading card game lifetime, and I think I'm here to stay. At this point, I've got a basement. I built a whole themed office around this, and I've recorded YouTube videos for you guys so many times a week for 3 years now that it's starting to blow my mind a little bit. So I really think the big two are safe, but you never know what's going to happen when you look around the corner. But what do you think? Do you think the small three, the conglomerate, are coming for Magic the Gathering, coming for Pokemon, or even the lowest hanging fruit, Yu-Gi-Oh? Or do you think there's no chance that they're going to catch them and there's space for all of these trading card games to exist in our ecosystem? I want to know from you, hear from you in the comment section below. If you want to go further and expand on your thoughts, you can join the Discord. I will link that in the pinned comment below. And if you want to support the channel and cardboardfinance.com further, become a channel member, you get access to exclusive content, custom emotes, and all of your channel membership goes to supporting cardboardfinance.com. And when I do box opening and stuff, you get a discount because I like to give back. That's something I like to do. Thank you so much for hanging out today. If you've never shared a hometown TCG video before, make sure you choose this one to share. And until next time, you guys know me. My name is Josh, and we'll see you around. All right, goodbye.